Oh, hey, babe, I'm back. I just got back from meeting with our friends, Jenny and Alex.
What horrible little white rat!
Why would you call him that? See, this is the problem. I don't know if I can do this anymore. I can't do it. I just have to say it. I met somebody else.
I can see that.
Oh, so you already know. Okay, well, she's like a younger, better, less crazier version than you.
Fine, put the little brutes on reserve for me. How much would you like?
No, I don't want any of your money. I'm saying it's over between us.
You've come into some money, have you?
No, I'm still broke. What I'm saying is, it just can't work between us anymore. You're just too evil.
I'll pay you twice what they're worth. Come now. I'm being more than generous. £500.
See, and this is the thing with you. It's always about the money. This is why I'm leaving. Okay? This is why I'm leaving.
I'm getting very tired of you, Roland.
It's Anthony. We've been dating for 2 years. Oh, gee. Damn. Forgot to brush your teeth again, huh? That's another reason I'm leaving. Hey, what is up, guys? It's me, Anthony, here to give you guys another movie review. This time it is for the new Disney live-action film, Cruella. So usually when I think of Disney live-action movies, I think of one word: why? And Cruella was no different. When I first saw the trailer and I first saw that they were making a Cruella origin story, I thought, why the hell do we want to know the origin story of a would-be puppy killer? And I thought, how are they going to make us feel sympathy for this character? Because I was like, I don't feel sympathy for this character at all already. And I gotta say, I do enjoy Glenn Close's version of Cruella. She was perfect for the role. She was evil without remorse. She just wanted to kill those puppies. And it fit the character. That's what Cruella is. That's the Cruella I grew up with. But I gotta say, guys, they actually freaking did it. Disney did it. They made me sympathize with this version of Cruella. They not only tell you and show you why Cruella de Vil is the way that she is or becomes the way that she is, but they also do it in a way that acknowledges her evil and says, hey, she's going to be evil, she is evil, and you don't have to like her. And I was really, really impressed by this because I didn't think this movie was going to be good. I thought it was going to be bad. It had potential, so much potential to be bad. And I think they have done a lot of reshoots in this movie. I can tell by some of the editing choices that they did in this movie that there was probably a lot of stuff cut out. So let's get into this review proper and let's start off with the pros, and we got to talk about it. We got to talk about the black and white elephant in the room, Emma Stone. She is fantastic in this movie. You know, I had my doubts because in the beginning when they were showing the promotion and they announced that Emma Stone was going to be Cruella, I was like, really? My girl over here, Glenn Close, she's still looking like she can rock Cruella. Why are you going to do a young Cruella? Why are you going to do an origin story? Hey, I got to eat my words because Emma Stone blows it out of the park. She does an excellent job of portraying Cruella. There's a particular scene where I think that she just officially became Cruella to me. It's a monologue scene that she has towards the end of the film or right before the climax of the film, and it's just her talking to the camera. She is talking to someone, but it's just a POV shot of her and she's doing her monologue, and I thought it was so powerful, so good. It was a defining moment for her, and when I was watching it, I was like, dude, she has to get nominated for something here. Maybe not Best Actress. I mean, that might be going a little bit too far, but something, because that performance and her performance overall, I really thought was good. It's not just Emma Stone. Emma Thompson, another Emma, is also really good in here. She plays the villain, or another villain, if you will, the Baroness. But I gotta say, they missed an opportunity here. They could have made Glenn Close play the Baroness. I felt like that would have been so good if they had Glenn Close play the Baroness, and just kind of like a passing of the torch to Emma Stone. But that's not taken away from anything from Emma Thompson, because she does an excellent job of being the Baroness. She's cold, she's brutal. You can totally see that this is the person that Cruella will eventually imitate in the future. But all the characters and all the actors, I think they did an excellent job, top-notch job, because in a movie like this, with Cruella as your character that you want to get to the audience, want the audience to sympathize with, you gotta have sympathetic characters. And there is some characters in the background like Jasper and Horace, who, if you've seen any of the older 101 Dalmatians, like the live action one in the 1990s, and even the cartoon one in the 60s, they're pretty much like bumbling idiots, thieves hired by Cruella, but they give them a backstory. And it's not just a Cruella backstory, we get a Horace and Jasper backstory, and I thought they did an excellent job with that. Another awesome thing in this movie is the dresses, the costume design. I mean, I'm not a person that is really into like designer clothes or knows anything about fashion, but when I saw some of the stuff that they had on here, I was just like, dang, I was blown away. I was like, hey, I think they got some inspiration from Lady Gaga, or I guess Lady Gaga got inspiration from Cruella. It's no surprise that the costumes look really, really cool in here because the Academy Award nominated Best Costume Designer, Jenny Bevan, is the one that designed these clothes. She's done movies like Mad Max Fury Road, Sherlock Holmes films, and The Nutcracker in the Four Realms. They just were amazing. They're really cool. Every time that she was changing into a new dress or something, I was like, man, this is cool. I think I'm going to start watching America's Next Top Model again. But it wasn't just the dresses that were really cool. It was the dresses and the stuff that Cruella de Vil was doing while she was wearing the dresses. They kind of have like this battle between the Baroness and Cruella, which you can see in the trailer, so that's not really spoiling anything. And every time she's doing a battle, she's having like a different, and I don't mean like a physical battle. I know like every time they're doing a battle, she's like changing clothes like Sailor Moon. But every time she confronts the Baroness, she kind of has a different style that she has going on, and it's just so cool. This movie overall just feels like a big spectacle. Now at times it kind of feels like it's just going a little bit too overboard, and you're kind of sitting there thinking like, this probably wouldn't be able to happen. But I did enjoy those moments that we do get these grand spectacles, even though they were kind of like, really? But I think that the biggest thing for me, and the thing that really put this movie over the top for me, is the focus and the character study kind of with Cruella de Vil. They do something in this movie that I didn't think they were going to do. And when they do implement this, I was like, this makes sense. I can see why this is working. Not to spoil anything a little bit too much, but they do put a spotlight on mental health, particularly with our character Cruella de Vil, and they shine a light on it that maybe, hey, she has experienced some trauma that has caused her to go down the path that she is going down. And I thought that was a really cool and ingenious way to make this character a little bit relatable, but at the same time show that she is doing evil things, and there probably isn't really a justification to what she is doing. Because people around her are trying to help her, and she acknowledges this as well, that she doesn't really have to do what she is doing, but she is doing it because she likes it. That is something as an audience we can't get behind. At least I couldn't get behind. I was like, you know what you're doing. You're consciously aware of the things that you're going to do or want to do. That makes you a villain. But like every movie, there's going to be some cons. Not every movie is perfect, and Cruella is one of them. There's also quite a bit of cheese in here. And I know this is a Cruella de Vil movie, so like you're like, what do you expect, Anthony? But there was one thing I didn't expect. I didn't expect them to go full cheese, full ham, and say Cruella de Vil was born with black and white hair. I mean, you could have just made her born with any hair color, and then she just dyes it at one point because she's like, I'm going to put on a new style. I'm going to be Cruella de Vil. That's all you had to do. And I touched on this a little bit. There's just some scenes and some situations that Cruella de Vil and her friends get into that are like unbelievably, like unimaginably unbelievable, that I was like, what? They also do something here that I thought they were going to do, and that's make the Dalmatians the bad guys. That's not really a spoiler. You see that in the trailer. The dogs are like growling at her, and at one point I was like, okay, that's the only way that they can, make us sympathize with her, is they have to make the villains the dogs in this film. And they do that. But towards the end, they kind of make up for it and mesh things together where it kind of makes sense just a little bit. But towards the end, I was just kind of accepting of it all. But overall, guys, I really enjoyed this movie. Is it the best Disney live action to date? Personally, I think so. I haven't seen all the Disney live action, so I guess you could say I can't really comment on that. But from all the ones that I've seen, this is really on the top of the list. This is it's like Cinderella and Cruella for me. Those are the pinnacle of Disney live action. But one final point that I have for Cruella, one final note that I have for this, this is a different Cruella. This isn't the Cruella that we grew up on. This isn't the 1960s Cruella. This isn't the 1999 Cruella. This is a new take on Cruella. So if you have an open mind and you want to go into this fresh and just, blank your mind of Cruella and then just imagine that this is a new slate. This is a new Cruella. We don't know her future, you know, because at the end they kind of hint at the sequel, of course, but we don't know her future. We don't know anything. Just go into it blind, just open mind and see if you enjoy it. But guys, let me know what you think of Cruella in the comments down below. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Do you think this version is better than the 1999 version and the 102 Dalmatian version? We don't want to talk about that one. But let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Also check out my Twitter so you can stay up to date with my channel. And remember guys, keep watching movies.